President Trump with an update this morning after Iran proposed a deal to open the Strait of Hormuz if the United States holds off on nuclear negotiations. Talk about a sweetheart deal. Well, the president's not pleased with the offer and believes Iran isn't negotiating in good faith. Last hour, he posted, Iran has just informed us that they are in a state of collapse. They want us to open the Hormuz Strait as soon as possible as they try to figure out their leadership situation, which I believe they will be able to do, exclamation point. Here's Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
I hope that in the aftermath of this conflict, the whole world's eyes have been opened to the threat Iran poses. Again, they want to do with the world with a nuclear weapon what they are doing now with oil. They want to hold the world hostage so they can do whatever they want. That's unacceptable.
And we have new information from a maritime tracking firm that we watch and show you. And you can see dramatically how the U.S. blockade is squeezing Iran's oil industry and therefore the money coming in. Iran could reportedly run out of storage capacity within 12 to 22 days. Daily shipments have fallen to about 567,000 barrels, a massive decline from 1.85 million last month. Production could be cut by 1.5 million barrels a day by mid-May. And that's not just big money on those days. Long range, that means that the wells get shut in because they won't be pumping as much to take the oil out of the ground and put it on ships and keep everything moving. It is an economic disaster for them. Bryan Llenas, national correspondent. Bryan.
And Harris, the Kepler analysis predicts that it'll take about 3 to 4 more months for Iran to really see an impact on its oil revenues from this U.S. blockade of Iranian ports. But the president says that this blockade has been, quote, unbelievably effective. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent writing on X, quote, Iran's creaking oil industry is starting to shut in production thanks to the U.S. blockade. Pumping will soon collapse. Gasoline shortages in Iran next. The question now is whether the president is willing to continue the blockade until Iran's economy collapses, perhaps forcing them into a deal, or whether the president will resume military strikes. Iran International reports Iran's Supreme National Security Council held a meeting concerned about its economy. Quote, officials believe mounting economic hardship driven by rising prices, unemployment, and damage to key industries such as petrochemicals and steel could become the main trigger for renewed protests. Secretary of State Marco Rubio told Fox that Iran's deeply fractured leadership is a roadblock for a peace deal and that any deal with the U.S. must prevent Iran from getting a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, I think they're serious about figuring out how can they buy themselves more time. We can't let them get away with it. They're very good negotiators. They're very experienced negotiators. And we have to ensure that any deal that is made, any agreement that is made, is one that definitively prevents them from sprinting towards a nuclear weapon at any point.
Meanwhile, Israel is continuing airstrikes in southern Lebanon against Hezbollah. The IDF says it struck more than 50 Hezbollah-linked sites targeting weapons, manufacturing, and storage facilities, including an underground complex. Harris, the Iranian-backed militant group Hezbollah, continues firing rockets and drones into Israel, threatening a fragile ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, which could have an impact on the U.S.-Iran negotiations. Harris?
Bryan Llenas, excellent reporting as always. That was such great information, and we will watch it all and report. Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.